Welcome back, everybody. After a 5-year pause, the Education Department started collection on federal student loans in default last week. Millions of borrowers are impacted. Nathan Ford from Vital Retirement Planners joins us now to share what borrowers can expect. And so what does this mean for borrowers in default of their student loans right now?
Well, 5 years is definitely long enough to get out of the habit. And 5 years is long enough to forget about debts as well. So the issue now is if you are 9 months in default, 9 months where you haven't made payments, you're in default.
Okay.
And the government now, through the Treasury Department, is garnishing wages. They're sending out 30-day notices to folks before they garnish wages. So it's kind of a big deal. About 5 million people right now are in default, and that number is probably going to tick up.
Why are so many borrowers in default?
Well, the hard answer people don't want to hear is it's because you haven't made your payments, right? That's really what it comes down to. But there is a defense, I believe. You know, back in 2020 during COVID, Trump put a pause on student loan repayments, and those didn't resume until the fall of 2023. So there was this big break where people just were not expected to make payments, and then all of a sudden they are. And it had been a while, even after the fall of 2023, before you know, people were, the government was reaching out to people to make payments. People were designated as being in default. Under Biden, there were about 5.3 million loans that were forgiven. About $180 billion was forgiven. It wasn't quite as much as he wanted to get done, but now we have this situation we have to deal with.
Yeah. So if a borrower can't afford their payments, what can they do?
Well, we always recommend try to do your very best to make some payments. There are some other things that you can do. You can apply for deferment, or you can do an income-driven repayment plan, but you have to get approval through student government aid to get access to these forms of relief.
Are there other kinds of repayment plans that borrowers can turn to?
Yeah, you can get a 10 to 30 year fixed repayment plan.
Oh, that's a long time.
That's a long time.
It's like a mortgage. Oh my goodness.
And you got to be really careful. Interest is one of the national or one of the universal wonders, right? Because that debt is going to compound and compound. So be careful. If you got a $40,000 debt at 6.5% interest, well, in 8 years you're going to pay about 50 grand. So that you consolidate your loans, look for opportunities to simplify your situation, consolidate those loans, and that'll help you navigate some of the options that you have. If you are military or a teacher, there is some possibility still for some relief through the forgiveness program.
All right, Nathan Ford, thank you for dropping your wisdom. It's nice to always see you.
Good to be here too.